Didn't get you your, one sec, I'm going to give you your diamond right now. There, Cacao, I just added you as a VIP. Cacao is one of my Patreon subscribers, so they get the diamonds. I don't know if you need to like log out or log back in or what, but Low Gangs. What this is about is scratching, man. So, you know, every morning of my normal life, I practice my scratching, and I thought once a week it would be fun to do question and answer scratching with you guys. We can work on our cuts. We can talk about scratching. Very low impact, low pressure. Just have some fun and work on scratches in the spaceship here every Saturday morning. I just realized I have an actual gig next weekend, so I won't be able to do it next Saturday, but maybe next Sunday I'll do it. Yeah, it's late in the UK for friends and stuff like that. So, so I'm just gonna play some loopers. I got some scratch sounds. I put a link to there's this guy. His name's Lejad. He's probably one of the best like producers for scratch sounds and instrumentals and stuff like that. You can find all his stuff on Bandcamp. I put one of his scratch sounds. This one. I put that as a chat thing, so it should pop up for you guys to download if you need a scratch sound to scratch along with me. And I would suggest finding his stuff on Bandcamp if you're looking for scratch stuff. He's a wicked producer. I would recommend the pack War Tableism. It's really good. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some stretches here on our arms, just real quickly, and then we're gonna start scratching. So I'm gonna do like 1 or 2 bar scratches, and if you're at home, you can do that same scratching. You could also use another instrument like a guaro, or you could use a shaker. Whatever, you could clap along, you can sing, you can do whatever you want. So let's start working on some cuts. Let's start doing some really basic stuff. Now, I can only see the chat for people who are on Twitch. So if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook or something else, come hang out and on twitch.tv/Tyler Stickybuds, and I'll be able to see what you're saying. If there's some turntablists out there who came here specifically to work on cuts with me, just let me know in the chat and we'll work on stuff. So let's just start doing some real let's do some patterns, and let's just have fun and do some scratching. So you can see up here we got the upper and the forward things. So if you never scratched before, basically like the number one thing is knowing where your samples start. So you can see on my record right here, I have my line lining up at 12 o'clock, so that's where my sample starts. So let's start doing just some real simple, getting good with our sample starts. So that's how it's going to go. I'll do like a bar like that, and then that gives you a bar to replicate the pattern at home and jam along. What's up, Vim Narider, Stereo Funk? Yeah, so there's the War Tableism beat. You guys can grab that if you need a scratch sound. So let's start working on just like real simple stuff, just stabs and babies. Now, if we're trying to do stabs, you're basically starting with the fader closed over here. So, the two parts of scratching, you have your sound, and then you have a crossfader. And basically all this is doing is turning the sound on and off. All the way over to the right, you're not hearing anything. And as soon as I move the crossfader over just a millimeter, you're hearing sound. So all we're doing is making patterns of on and off with sounds and then with the record. So a baby is when you open the fader and move the move the record forward and back. And then a stab is when you just let the forward slice go and you close it so you don't hear the back. Babies and stabs. And then, the faster and more tighter you can get with your fader control, the more, tighter your stab sound, you can start accenting them. Just with faster pushes on the record and stuff. So let's do some more of this. Morning Cartoons, what's up, homie? What's up, Will? Simon Pops, what's up? I'm going to turn off some of these things that I have going, these automated messages that different strains has. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Aaron Lee, what's up? I'm stoked to see you guys in Edmonton too. That's next week. That's next Friday. Hey, what's up, Jeremiah? What's up, man? What's up, Crash Party? Thanks, man. Yeah, this is a scratching spaceship. We could jump over to spaceship number 2. Okay, let's do some more stabs. So I don't think I'm giving you guys the right amount of beat. Okay, we'll come back on this one. One bar for me. Let's grab another one. Yeah, it's a nice chill one. Crash Party, you're talking about this. So these are 2 custom MIDI controllers that my homie Garrett made me. I had these synced up to some Serato effects and stuff, and I got to do that again. It's a little convoluted. I don't really like how Serato has the effects built up, like set. It's just kind of annoying. But anyways, I'm going to get them back. And then this is my trigger pad for all my different strain samples when I do the show. Different strains.
straight, different.
So it's just basically a little sampler. Concert socks. What's the ideal way to start scratching? If you're right-handed, would you scratch with right? Okay, so basically you are going to have, well, everyone's right and left-handed, but you're just going to be naturally, you'll know as soon as you start scratching. So one good way to start telling, like, I'm right-handed, so I use my right hand for my fader and my left hand for record manipulation. I really suck at scratching doing it on the other way, and I'll like switch hamster and scratch like this. So, you know, to start figuring out what you're good with is, especially if you have Serato vinyl, like it's on a sound right now, but I'm gonna switch to just so I can hear the tone. And then this is where you start building the rhythm, you know. Don't even mess with any record manipulation right now. So the Serato record's just gonna keep going and going and going. And let's just do some patterns of just simple tapping, because it's such an important part, is having like really good rhythm and being able to like implement different patterns and stuff with your crossfader. So I'm gonna try and do 2 bars. No, you can scratch on any beat you want. I think for teaching's sake, coming in on the 1 is probably easiest. That's it, man. Sending out space signals. Then yeah, working on faster patterns. Triplets. Doing like twiddles, which I'm not that good at. Let's go back. Let's work on, let's do some new sounds. So I think let's start working on 1-click flares, because I think definitely flares are my favorite. Let's go back to the spaceship. So when we were doing stabs, you're basically starting with the fader closed, and you're letting the record go forward from 12 o'clock where your start sound is. Now, when we do a flare, you are starting with the fader open so that you can hear it. And you are cutting it in half each way. So as we move it forward, you're cutting it in half. And then when you bring it backwards, you're cutting it in half. We'll do these really slow. So that's what's called a 1-click flare. You can start doing 2 clicks, and you know how everyone holds their hands and stuff is different, but like kind of when we start doing like boomerangs and closed fader stuff, usually I'm using my thumb like a spring. My thumb is kind of always holding the fader closed, and then my index finger is attacking it. It's a little bit different with flares because you're not starting closed, so you're starting with the fader open in the middle here. But just thumb control and spacing of where you let your crossfader, how far it goes out, really matters. So when I'm doing a one-click flare, I'm pretty much just like, I'm starting somewhere, from half to 3/4 over here, and then I'm just moving the fader enough just to get that click. I'm not coming all the way back over here. So you got to be pretty efficient with your movements, especially when you start getting faster and faster. Start doing some 2 clicks just to kind of show that. So now we're clicking it twice in click, 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 click. And then that's kind of like when you double time them. That was 3 clicks. So I'm going to start going double the length. One clicks go into 2 clicks. Is that Jamie? What's up, Girls on Decks? What's up, Molly? Just keep doing 1 clicks. Then you can start swinging them too, making them all funky. What's up, Todd? I'll let you guys jam on that. So give me a little bit of feedback. Are people actually scratching at home jamming, or that's the point? So it'd be great if there's some homies at home hanging out, or if you guys just want to watch me guitar solo scratch, I can do that too. Nice. All right, sick. As long as there's one of you, I'm into it. So fantastic. Yeah, sick. Well, if there's people who are just joining us now, my name's Stickybuds, and I love to scratch. I've been scratching for 15 or so years. And yeah, this is like my morning meditation. I come down here and do this every day, and I thought it'd be fun to start doing this on Twitch once a week. So today and next week it's probably going to be Sunday because I have an actual gig, so I'm going to be out of town. Yeah, you log sick. Thanks, Crash Party. So yeah, so it's fun to jam, and teaching makes you better. So me breaking down scratches and doing everything really slow and doing different patterns than I normally would makes you better. So I use Shure white label needles. Now, I used Shure M447s for like 10-12 years. But I was just finding they were breaking super easily, and I used to really tour a lot, and I was going through a blister pack of 447 cartridges, like every 6 months or something. So when digital stuff came out, like Serato, Shure put out these white labels, and they just kick ass, man. They're so good for Serato. They're awesome for scratching, at least digital scratching. I don't usually cut on analog vinyl anymore, so someone told me that they were having issues with backspinning and stuff on these, but if you're DJing on Serato, there's zero issue. They're so reliable. Like my head shells, which is like the actual the stylus. The stylus is like the little needle part. Man, the styluses on these things just last forever. Like I've had these, I think I replace my styluses every like year and a half, 2 years. But they're super expensive now that needles are getting phased out. So as a segue, I'll probably be switching to phase at some point. We'll see. Yeah. Okay, so let's get back to some cut-in. Let's switch the beat up. Yeah, let's do a really slow one like this, and let's start doing some we'll do some more flares, and then we'll start doing some like boomerang stuff, because those are my favorites, and maybe some like hand control scratches. Yeah, Crash Party, I was kind of on the same tip. I've just been holding off until I know that they're like super, super solid. I know Phase is coming out with like Serato DVS integration where you don't need to plug it's just going to be over USB, so yeah. Okay, so let's do some multiples on flares. So let's just do ones. So those are fast 2 clicks. Let's do some 4s. What's up, Kotek? It's actually really hard just to do a concise 4 on this. Okay, so I'll show you my favorite scratch that I like to do. And it's kind of like a boomerang, but I guess it's the first 2 parts of an Autobond, I think. So a boomerang is where you start fader closed and you open it and do a baby, and then stab forward. So that's like, and then you do a backwards baby and a stab back. So if you do it fast, it sounds like. So that's kind of like the standard boomerang, I think. But what I really like doing is doing not backwards on the second part, is doing another forwards. I'll show you. So it's like. Yeah, it's exactly. Scratching is basically the exact same thing as drumming. So, yeah, so just once again, so this is the one I always do, and it works great over a lot of different tempos and beats. Is a baby, stab forward, and then another baby forward, and then I guess two Okay, let's get back to it. What's up, Farbsy? So, sweet, dude. Hope Funk Raiders goes well. Who's, Farbsy, when's the first Funk Raiders start? I'll make sure I'll try and raid out of this to somebody. Yeah, strategic. I just find it way easier to do fast. I don't know. I just okay. Kotek, are you doing music production? Okay, well, I'll take a poll with the people who are viewing. If they want to see music production stuff, I'll come drop them on you. If they want to see DJ stuff, I might hit them on a Funk Raiders or something. So this again, slow, starting with the fader closed. Oh yeah, I'm wearing your shirt, aren't I? Oh, you got to vote for production there, Kotek. Yeah, it's way harder to scratch over really slow beats too. I think that's like a trick. I remember learning that from my homie Wackett, who's an amazing scratch artist. Yeah, he always said, practice your cuts over the really slow beats, especially like this beat, man. This one's so slow. You know, it is probably like 70. Yeah, it's like 66 BPM or something. Let's get just a little bit faster of a beat. Sounding nice. Let's go back and do some fader. just fader tapping. So you guys try and replicate the tone fader clicks. It's my pleasure, Bankster. Bankster's Paradise. What a shit name. I imagine you're being ironic. My man, Bankster's Paradise, my man. So you should always be practicing these. Just working on your timing. Excuse me while I just drop a French press. Okay, let's get back to some scratches. Cacao, to answer your question, I mean, like, keys only really matter if you're scratching musical phrases, so like acapellas and stuff like that. You know, you want them to be in the same key of the track. This sound, it's not really a key to it. Let's do some. I'm just gonna jam for a little bit, and then we'll figure out some cuts to work on. What's up, Ski Tour? Welcome to the Coffee and Scratch Jam. It's fun to get a delay going on your scratch, because if you do like quarters or half notes, then you can basically like kind of make patterns against yourself. For anyone new in the chat, that Streamlab bot is dropping this scratch sound that I'm using right now. It's from a Lejad collection, Lejad. He's one of the most prolific scratch producers. He makes scratch sounds and beats and instrumentals. This is one sound, you know, I'm giving it to you guys just so you can practice along, but go buy his stuff on Beatport if you need like the best quality scratch sounds and instrumentals. He's the king in my opinion. Okay, let's do these. So I guess they're kind of like stabs with 2 clicks going back and forth. Yeah, buddy, fire up fire up this CDJ 2000 and get the sample going. Is it Tim or Dave gracing us in the chat this morning? So I'm doing just like a stab forward with 2 clicks halfway back, and then a stab forward for the rest of the sound, and the next 2 clicks take us back to the start of the sample. Hey, Davey. So I think the 2-click is really one of the most versatile. So let's just keep working on 2-click stuff because you can really use it in a lot of different situations. Well, Dave, you don't gotta stream right now. You just gotta jam along and have a scratch, bro. So let's go back to some 2-click stuff, and then I'll show you some other patterns I really like doing. Kotek, that's why you got to mark it. If you look at my record, I have this Serato thing, it's just on the record, but that starts at 12 o'clock, and then I start my sample with that line straight up at 12 o'clock, so that's how I know where the sample always is. And so when I'm letting it go, I'm always, doing whatever, but I'm always bringing that sample back to 12 o'clock. That's how I always know where it is. Let's go back to 1 and 2 clicks. Crash Party, I've been scratching for 15 years. But you know what? The key to getting good at scratching isn't scratching for 15 years. I mean, that helps, but if I only scratched 1 day a month for 15 years, I wouldn't be very good at all. What's up, Sue? Okay, Sue wants to fucking start getting into some big scratches. I think the key to getting good at scratching is like 10 minutes, 15 minutes every single day. So I do this every morning. It's kind of like I try and get in the studio by 10 a.m. every day. That's kind of what I shoot for. And then before I get on my computer and make beats or answer emails or do any business, I fire up the turntables, I throw on the loopers. No, I've never been in a fader crew. I've never cut on one, but like the rain faders are amazing. Sue wants to do Autobahns, so I was showing everyone before kind of like my favorite scratch is like the first 2 parts of an Autobahn. So I guess the Autobahn is 3 and then that it, Sue? I'm pretty sure that's what an Autobahn is. But I just like the 2. See, but I don't think what I'm doing is actually a boomerang, because a boomerang is... I don't go back. I go 2 forward. Yeah. This is where I start to get like, when we start getting like, oh, it's the first 2 parts of a boomerang and an OG flare for the third. Like, I just don't give a shit about that terminology at all. But I love you, Sue, so thanks for pointing it out. At the end of the day, it's all just like stabs and flare type clicks and then hand control movement yeah, I'm like taking out the third part. Yeah. End of the day, I just like figuring out different patterns. So let's keep doing back and forth. I'll start working in some other stuff now that we got Big Balls Sue in the chat. So I love the hand whips. Let's do some taser stuff. So for people who don't know how to do a taser, you're basically starting with the sample, not at the start, but at near the end, or at least like a good halfway through the sample. And then you're taking your finger and you're blasting it back and forward. So I'll do it without any crossfader. And then you start combining that. Basically, you can start closed fader and adding some clicks on it. And then depending on the tempo, you can get them going quite fast. trying to Rafik, DJ Rafik. I believe he's German. He's from Europe. Man, he has he's the guy who made me fall in love with tasers. He has this there's this thing that I think Hubert put it out. It's called the Encyclopedia Scratchtanica or Scratch. I don't know. It's like a play on the encyclopedia, but it's like the Scratchopedia. Anyways, there's this video of Rafik on YouTube doing tasers, and like the patterns he gets into when he gets going really fast. I can do ones that sort of sound almost half as cool as his. Like, fuck, his are so sick. It's a life goal to be able to do the tasers like Rafik does. He does some kind of like, I'm not sure if he does like a twiddle on his or what, but I really like it. Let's do some more. We'll add some variation. I've been liking doing a lot of like a taser into a crab. Oh yeah, I know. Well, every time I go see Vec's Discord, they're just like analyzing and breaking stuff down. Yeah, Vect is absolutely amazing for sure. He's come over and stayed at my house a few times when he's been on tour. He always shows me what it's like to be one of the best scratchers in the world. It's also nice to be able to cut with guys like that and sort of hold your own. I mean, I can hold my own. I'm definitely nowhere near close being the best, but I can hang out with the big boys. What's up, Maury Landry? Okay, let's get back to question and answer patterns. Let's do this beat just for a little bit longer. I'll do them twice as long like that. Big Null, big up Kotek. Thanks for stopping in, man. Might see you later. Those are 4 clicks. Soon. One, two, three, four. It's definitely that, and like the kind of like Autobahn thing that I do are like the two that I work on the most lately. And what's up, Mark? Good to see you, homie. I've been trying to work on like, patterns of the same scratch that go higher and lower in tone too, like what I was just doing. On I'm guessing you mean a swing flare? Remember what a swing flare is. Chirp flares I do sometimes. A slice and two dices. I don't know, you'd have to show me. I can't remember what all the terminology is. Doing the pitch things like that. Just gonna stretch out my arm muscles for a second. What my left thumb is doing. Yeah, so gee awesome, like for most of my scratches, my thumb is acting like a spring. So my thumb is pretty much always holding the crossfader, not really strongly, but just enough to keep pressure on it, so that it's always closed. And then like when we were doing just the tone control clicks, which let's do some more of those so I can demonstrate. So basically my thumb is holding the mixer closed, or the crossfader closed, and then I'm using my finger to tap it open. Oh, my record thumb. Cool. So my thumb on my record hand doesn't really do much. Like, it only does stuff when I'm doing kind of like the whips and bendy things. So you'll see when I'm doing like this stuff. Now my thumb's not really doing anything. It's not touching the record, but it's like I'm using that part of my hand to like do this like whippy thing that just is giving that pitch control to the record. So like I couldn't do the whip without like you're like whipping your hand kind of like that. So it my thumb isn't actually touching the record. So that's what that's kind of doing. Hope that answers your question. It's just kind of like the thumb's just hanging out there, getting used for momentum, I guess you could say. Chalky 8. I'll show you. I use the Dr. Suzuki slip mats, and I only have the static mat on my scratching side. I don't have this slip on my right turntable. This one, that one's it's still this slip mat, because some of the scratching slip mats I find are just like butter rugs maybe. They're just like, they're amazing for scratching, but like if you're DJing and you're like need to push, you need to do like a little pitch correction or like a timing correction or something, and you push like this on like some of the really super scratch slip mats, your record just goes like and just like will totally bail your mix. So I find this Dr. Suzuki one to be a real nice in the middle. It looks like this. I got this off of the Turntable Training. It's like a scratch company. They're from the UK. I have a bunch of like analog scratch records of theirs as well. But yeah, Dr. Suzuki. Yeah, Dr. Suzuki slip mats. They make kind of that's it. Someone was just asking about tears. Strategic. I mean, tears and like it's all just, getting good with your hand control. And I mean, it's weird, like when you talk about which hands are better for what, like I can do shit like this. With my fader hand all day, but trying to do it with this left hand, I'm literally training myself every session to just like try and do more like. But I can do really good, like, what's up, Dada? Welcome, bro. Thanks for hanging out. I can do like really good whips with my left hand. But the whips sound really sick with like just a little bit of delay. And then I've like been learning how to do this other really cool one, like it's like a double time of that. And my thumb is actually doing a lot in that one. Let me go back to this one. Because my thumb, when I do that kind of fast one, yeah, I know, man. The scratch morning coffees are good for the UK. Homie, it's nice to see you, buddy. When I do that kind of like double time one, my thumb is actually, I'm banging it into the bottom of my other fingers, and it's kind of giving that weird vibration. And then you can get the fader involved to make some pretty cool shit. I think it's time to switch the instrumental up. Let's find something else. I can only listen to this one for so long, but it's a fun one to scratch to. The beat's your metronome. Yeah, this one's fun. Let's get a real wonky one going. We'll do some more 2-click stuff, but like the real swungy and like, I'll show you one of my favorite patterns. So it's just doing a 2-click, but you're going like ba 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 ba. It's just with a more like kind of swung on the click, and then you just got to slow the record with it. And then it's fun to do that kind of like weird Autobahn thing on the turnarounds before you go back to it. Yeah, the 2-clicks are dope for sure. And then doing like the open fader 2-clicks. I've been trying to get better at those. It's basically the same thing. It's just starting with the open fader and getting your brain used to it. Okay, I can't handle the beats that are like 1 bar. Let's find some other weird ones. I love the 2-click, man. That's my favorite for sure. Let's do just might work with an acapella for a little bit. I like scratching with the painkiller one.
You see, we work hard, play hard, man. I got a stay charged. Can't sleep, tired out, trouble on my radar. You see, we work hard, play hard. Man, I got a. You see, we work hard. You see, we work hard, play hard, man. I got a stay charged. You see, we work hard, play hard, man. I got a stay charged.
Do some more clicky stuff. Some more chirps. I haven't really been doing much chirps.
Work hard, play hard. You see we work hard, play hard, man. I got a stage charge. You see we work hard. You see we work hard, play hard, man. I got a stage charge. Can't sleep, tired out, trouble on my radar. Trouble. Radar. You see we work hard. You see we work hard. You see we work hard. You see we work hard, play hard, man. I got a stage charge. Can't sleep, tired out, trouble on my radar. You see we work. You see we work hard, play hard, man. I got a. You see we work hard, play hard. You see we work hard. You see we work hard, play hard, man. I got a stage charge. You see we work. You see we work hard, play hard, man.
It's always fun working with the vocal phrasing to try and do those. There's another one I like to work with. It's another Lejad. I always find that one so hard. The really good scratchers can do that, like stabbing pattern back and forth between the syllables. I always love that one. Like the old school guys are really good at that one. And DJ Robert Smith, shout out to him. I think, you know, for someone who does vocal phrase cutting, I always thought he's one of the best, and he always attributes it back to the OGs. Beats putting me to sleep like a lullaby. Let's find something else. Yeah, let's do something like this. Let's do like fast one clicks. Yeah, Fong Fong is so good. He's also one of the guys. He does these like open, super fast stabs that I always try replicating the one that he does like this. But he's just like so insane on his execution of it. All right, guys. Well, I kind of feel like we're over an hour now. I'm starting to hit my limit. You can only scratch for so long, so I think I'll go raid somebody. Who's online right now? Detta, did the funk thing start yet? Nice one, Chucky. Nice one, Mac Dubs. Let me change it off this one. Yeah, nice one, guys. It was my pleasure to hang out with you guys and kick it and scratch some records. So I think next week, yeah, I'll look too. Next week I will not be able to stream on Saturday because I have a gig, so I will be out of town, amazingly. But maybe I'll try and shoot for Sunday if I'm feeling up to it. No problem, Pephany. No problem, Will. No problem, Butterscotch Flavor. I got a Discord too if you guys want to hang out. I got a Patreon too if you guys want a bunch of music and cool samples and tutorials. So that's patreon.com/stickybuds. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that. And yeah, the Discord's been fun. It's kind of just a nice way to kind of connect with everybody and show off pictures of our cats and kick it. Oh, yeah, cool. Is DJ... I'll raid Clairvo for sure. Is he... How long until he starts? I'll hang out until he comes on. Oh, is he on right now? Sweet. Okay, well, let's raid old DJ Clairvo. My good friend. I love him very much. So let's go hang out over there. And thank you guys for hanging out. It's always a pleasure. And if you want to come scratch next week, I think it'll be next Sunday. And I'll see you then. And also Different Strains, my actual Twitch show, where you see all sorts of cool stuff like this and this and this and this and this and this and this. Whoa, and this and this and this and that, and this and that, and this and that, and this and that. Yeah, it's always a pleasure, guys. Okay, I'll raid DJ Clairvo. Is it DJ_Clairvo? Someone tell me what it is again. Yep. Okay, DJ_Clairvo. Sick. Cool, guys. Well, it was a pleasure. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you had a nice time. Thanks for hanging out and scratching. I hope some of you guys learned some stuff. Let's go kick it with Clairvo. Peace out.